single way not to kill the guy. Otherwise, it wouldn't be so perfect, so fallible. And look at these things. Like, seriously entertain the idea that it can be unlocked, right? Because I think it goes on your hand, and you can use it to pay, and it has Apple Pay. And
yeah, you can do it with your phone. Why wouldn't the phone be the mark of the beast? You know, why is it smaller? Oh, you can do it on your iPhone.
They have put it off to like RFID things, you know, like no. So the watch has Apple Pay thing, so you can pay with it, and I think mark of the beast is everywhere too. It's like the back of your right hand, the wrist of your right hand, or something.
You may be right. I don't recall. I think it was on forehead. Yeah, that's what Jez is saying. Let me see what it does.
Yeah, I was going to forehead.
I think it's either forehead or hand. I think.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
He's really focused on like somebody getting into the love.
They have just shut down all systems. I'm sending life support capsules your way.
Survival has abstraction now, and it's like, dude, now, you know,
Fallen enemies will drop crucial life support. Be on the lookout.
Yes. I think he's about to pick up it seems like they're always contradicting.
Life support on the way.
I love that. I think what's the best
I've delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy them more time.
Most cunning founder! With my life, I protect your sacred crown!
Life support has been replenished.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, sure.
Get ready for a capsule.
Like, but I knew that would happen. Report. And so
life support activated.
Stat on his part. Make sure he doesn't ruin my whole flight. Basically, next year. This facility. Political thing.
I've delivered another life support capsule.
It's like people go into things with foregone conclusions where it's like,
life support activated.
You just assimilate that information into your pre-constructed world. Like, you don't let a cloud take you off course. Same with like and then that is like force that. Yeah, I think to be
Life support incoming. Another life support capsule is now available.
Fairy tales, bedtime stories, you know, they're going to go through these talk fairy tales. So you need to take something from them beyond the middle of the space. You're not so it's the job you can do that. David just slew a Goliath. That's a story about a tiny
Life support has been replenished. Our operative is making progress. This will help our cause. When you are ready, go to extraction.
Grace's evolution. Like, they're like, yeah.
Tenno, prepare for life support.
That would make more sense. You feel like it's got like God's grace. Why wouldn't you be able to do this stuff?
But I what is if science says it's the theory, and this is the you can't count it. Katie wants to disagree with you.
Additional life support has arrived.
You know, like, yeah.
You are running out of time. Consider extraction.
Counselor, usually counsel next year, where they got the problem. Oh, I don't know. I thought that contact local, let that happen. Just native religion of
Life support has been replenished.
He saw a cross or something as he was fighting or something. I don't remember exactly.
Get ready for a capsule. Critical life support levels. Extraction is your best option.
Where before they were burning alive, or hot led down this road to feed them the lion. Yeah, they get pretty Christian too well.
Additional life support has arrived.
That's something much cooler than this is how each like part of life has been and like I like that right. I just kind of have that same though, right? Which I yeah, I don't know if you guys have any Catholic my dad's that camp, right? Which just means every family a lot of fun. They get wine drunk and nobody, you know, it's just a good time. But my grandma used to keep these like patron saint statues around, and there's a patron saint for fucking everything. She was trying to sell her house, and so she kept like the patron saint of real estate. Like, it's everything. Like there were apparently a lot of good saints, and I guess like the first 24 took all the good shit. So then in later life, like you help a lot of children. You can be the patron saint of kindliness. They're like that one got taken up 400 years ago, and they're like, all right, how do you feel about like car washes? The patron saint of fresh breath. Like it's just
My wife is Catholic to some extent, and she often prays the patron saint of lost things. Is it St. Andrew? I forget. But yeah, you can't find your car keys or exactly where the peanut butter is in the pantry. That's who you pray to. Jesus.
Yep, Saint Anthony, the patron saint of lost items. Oh, which literally this came up. People also ask, which saint helps you sell your house? Yeah, you can choose to bury Saint Joseph 1 feet underground. Again, to make Joseph work harder to leave the ground and quickly find a nice home. That's
not cool.
Next to your
Once
Once your house is sold, dig up the Saint Joseph statue and give it a place of honor in your new home.
Oh, so frustrating. Yeah, whenever I see that movie, that's really the only place I I see that. It's when they're breaking out a necklace with a saint on it. They're like, oh yeah, this is Saint Jubilee Jew. He's the patron saint of lost causes, home, personal computer repair, and soft drinks. Well, that sounds pretty good. That's my guy. All right. I hate. It's so fucking stupid. It's so fucking stupid. They believe that I get believing there's an omnipotent God up there. I almost sign off on that. But to believe that there's some dead guys up there hanging out with God, and they're like, they're like a phone bank, and like each of them are like receiving those calls, like lost keys in home sales department. How can I help you? Yeah, St. Anthony here. Like is that what the fuck is that? That's so retarded.
The whole thing seems retarded from my shoes, right? Like it's just like, look, this thing all started because people couldn't explain rainfall or dry summers or something, and now we've advanced all the way to helping you find your car keys, and it's the most perfect book to have ever been written. Yet there's contradictions and there's morality things in there that don't fit any reasonable standard of morality anymore. Like Jen Bartlett pointed out in the TV show. And it's just like that. It's just, you're the one who came up with this is all perfect rule set. And it's clearly wildly, it's shattered all over the place. It doesn't make much sense to me. But I haven't been given the gift of faith.
You have not. And again, ironically, if God is handing out the gift of faith to people, that's impacting their free will. So it's not really free if he can give faith to people.
I just found a website full of Taylor's Bible stories.
What?
Yeah, like not yours specifically, but it's this deism website. Like here's one for zombies. Here's references to zombies in the Bible. Pre-read this, so forgive me. Starting at Matthew 27:50 and reading through verse 53, we see that. Let's see if I put the center screen.
Well, this could be a. For the show, yes.
Whoever the author of the Gospel of Matthew was, as well as the Christian leaders who voted the Bible to be the Word of God and voted the Gospel of Matthew into the Bible, wanted people to believe that Jesus, when he had cried again with a loud voice, yielded upon up the ghost, and behold, the veil of the temple was rent in twain. I hate this writing. God wrote this from the top of the mountain, and the earth did quake, and the rocks rent. And the graves were opened, and many bodies of saints which slept arose. And he came out of the graves after his resurrection, and went to the holy city, and appeared unto many. Based on this biblical nonsense, we are to believe that when Jesus died on the cross on Friday, the gospel contradicts each other regarding the time of the alleged crucifixion, with John 19:14 claiming that it was after the 6th hour, and Mark 15:25 claiming that it was at the 3rd hour that they crucified him. The graves around Jerusalem opened up, and the dead bodies came back to life. These zombies hung out in their graves from sometime on Friday until Sunday morning, at which time Jesus allegedly came back to life to at which time the zombies and the cemeteries around Jerusalem allegedly actually went into the holy city of Jerusalem and appeared unto many. This is literally about zombies. This is literally about zombies.
It is.
Great. If you look on the left side of the column, a whole bunch of these. Whole bunch of these.
Well, look for these future PKAs to come.
I found a whole website of biblical contradictions. And that's not saying anything because there were hundreds of these. Because, you know, I even went through the phase where I was like super, super anti-religion because having been raised that way my whole life, and like you finally kind of figure out like, hey, this isn't real. Like this is made up. Like you feel lied to almost, right? Like it doesn't cross your mind. It doesn't cross your mind as much of like, oh, these people, they sincerely believe it and they thought they were doing the best they could to raise you, like as far as teachers and shit. Like your first instinct is like, fuck, I've been lied to? They must know on some level too.
And defraud.
Like, yeah, and well, I didn't give money to the church.
I did.
Why?
That's what he did. They pass a fucking plate around. Like,
Yeah, and I
need
gave
donations.
to the second person.
I gave money to the church, hoping that Hope would get into their kindergarten. And she,
Did you?
not exactly. She was at like the top of the wait list, so she would have.
Oh, it's time for a hate crime.
Yeah, dude, that I've talked about this church too many times. But we went to church from who's gonna get a spot? Wasn't that I was really into God? I was just trying to look for a community.
Fellowship.
You know? Yeah, it was like, all right, so here's the place. I can meet people. They'd be my friends, they'd be families, perhaps good people. Who knows? And like I could be part of a church community and like just see what. Well, I'll give it a go. What the hell? And the church was just too hardcore. Like, oh, you want your kid to go to school? People need your time and talent. You treasure, especially. Yeah, that's kind of the big one. And they're like, and yeah, they just and like I thought they gave a lot. And oh, by the way, it wasn't like they passed they do pass the plate around. But more than that, they asked for your like bank account details and permission to make automatic withdrawals. And that didn't sit right with me. Like that just seemed like a
Yeah, that's skeevy as fuck.
like
You're supposed to be giving out of the goodness of your heart, not like a electrical.
What he doesn't even let Netflix up. He's month to month, baby.
Every month he mails in that money order.
You know what? I'm sure this isn't the attitude they're going for, but to me, like if times got tight, right? Like if something went wrong, the donations might be one of the first things that dry up. You know, that's probably the church says that should be the last thing that dries up. Like, you know, when fucking mortgages need to be paid and people need to be fed and clothed and such, the church might have to take a rest on their, you know, a hand in my pocket. And when they were doing the sort of automatic deduction thing from my bank account, I didn't sit right with it.
Yeah, they would always just pass the plate around if we throw cash in there, and I just remember thinking like, you know, I asked like, as a child, you know, how do we get the money to go? You know, and so you show up and like the money just disappears like a tooth fairy type scenario, or and my mom's like, well, this guy doesn't get the money. The bald fucker up there who's telling all them lies does. Of course, that's not what she said. She said, the preacher gets all the money. And I was like, you mean that guy up there with that nice suit that lives in that big house next door? Yeah, him. I think he's doing okay. What's he doing with it? Well, you know, it pays his salary and for, you know, all the church material. I'm like, when was the last time we saw a new Bible in here? It's not like, what do you need to get volume 2? Like is there a new one coming out?
We've been using the same hymnals for hundreds of years.
Yeah, it's not like we're like coming up
last 100 years.
Mm-hmm. Nobody's spitting out new hymns. It's like, all right, now we're handing out.
Once a month, you got 15 old ladies coming in here cooking up a bake sale to raise money, where everybody's throwing in $5 or $10 or $20 a piece into this bucket, and this fucker's getting up there and telling us lies for 2 hours a week, and he's got a hell of a racket. That was the moment where I should have seen that the Church of Kyle could be a great thing. If I had started on that day, I would be established by now.
Oh yeah.
Forget flamethrowers.
Who the fuck is the guy from Waco, Texas?
Don't say David Koresh.
You be David Koresh by now. You be David Koresh by now.
That's the thing about the Church of Kyle. It would never work long term because one of the key tenets is
beautiful moment. Don't say David Koresh.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously.
You know much about David Koresh.
Obviously, your church is going to involve fucking everyone in the church in one way or another.
Allegedly.
until the fucking feds come in. And ruin the Church of Kyle. One thing in favor of church,
you're thinking of Madam Albright or
Koresh Davidians. They were just alive.
Yeah. Well, the feds did that, not Koresh. Koresh was happy to just keep fucking.
He was burned along with them.
Yes, but he's not a burn. He's not. It was the government that did the burning. Koresh received the burn.
I
felt like
know.
overpaid to give Koresh in a harsh way.
Who was it that did the Jonestown? That's what it was. Killed himself.
That's not what Kyle.
No, but there's audio of him like talking to his congregation, I suppose, and like convincing them, like, yeah, make sure your kids drink this too. You know, you'll be with them soon. Like, tell the kids to stop crying. Like, you hear like children and women like weeping and crying, and he's like, tell everyone to stop crying. Just tell them it's, you know, it's medicine that they need, and you'll all be together soon. You'll all be together soon.
The term drink, drink the Kool-Aid comes from,
Yeah.
because poison is in Kool-Aid.
It was in Play Parade.
Yeah, that's why that's sort of synonymous with buying into sort of a lie or a scam. Once you drink the Kool-Aid, you're in.
Who's saving money buying Flavor Aid versus Kool-Aid when you're putting it into a suicide beverage? Just spring for the name brand. Like, you don't need it.
I put it on my MasterCard.
Where were you? Yeah.
Ooh, I bought it at a grocery store, 2% back. Like,
I don't know. Religion just seems like such a horrible thing.
see, the community that it provides is valuable, I think.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree.
like,
So
we were talking about wanting
a softball team provides, except you don't have to. Your money goes to equipment, and there's no threat of going to hell.
kids can get drunk in the
Absolutely.
middle of the game.
Baptist.
If you drink at church, they frown on it unless it's from their nasty ass cup that everybody else's lips are on.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever take communion?
No, never did that. Maybe once, but I wasn't part of it. I think I saw that happen once, but yeah, I wasn't part of that. I didn't want. I was honestly, I think it's grape juice too. You know.
Yeah, most like non-Catholic places do grape juice, but I remember doing it at Catholic church, like when I go there with family who was Catholic, and like you walk up there to the old ass priest, and then he like you can either stick your tongue out or put your hand out, and I was shocked at how many people just stuck their tongue out for him to like place this wafer on. And it's like, it's disgusting.
He's on you.
Yeah, he's doing all that, and it's like, no, they're right in the palm, thanks. I'll take the flesh of Christ back in my seat.
Why is it? It sounds to me like in your head it's much cleaner to receive it in your tongue. But
Yeah.
It's not just an extra hand in the transaction.
But his hand, well, that's true. I didn't thought that, but I was just thinking like his hand is like at least touching a couple people's tongues. Like he's not like throwing it like a debauchery Yeah. Or he's like, I know God for you.
So what you want is you need everyone to be at the school tailored, because as it is, you're just adding a hand to the mix. But if everyone took it in their hand, it would be part of the problem. I get it. I went to a Jewish ceremony, and I felt like the Jewish people were way better. Like, they were way more inclusive, you know? And when it's time to receive the body of Christ or whatever, they're like, no, well, you take a seat back here, you're not in our Ps5 club, right? But if you go to the Jewish church, they're like, yeah, fuck it, you know, like, you want to wear a hat? Here's a hat for you. Join us. And, yeah, Shaman. And they're handing out food, and if you want some, yeah, here's like an extraordinarily flat cracker. It's all yours. Knock yourself out. And, you know, and I know in my heart that, like, the Jewish people are actually kind of closed ranks with regards to who is actually considered to be a Jew, right? You can become a real Catholic. They'll let you in the church, right? You can go, yeah, I'm Catholic, fine, doors open, right? But you can't become a Jew, right? They're like, no, you'll never be a real Jew. You know, it's not the thing. We're part race, not just religion. And, but if you go to the ceremony, they're much better.
I don't think anything that you've said over the last 2 minutes is accurate.
I think it is. I'm sticking by it.
You don't. But the Jewish people don't believe in Jesus, and so they wouldn't give you communion.
It's not communion. I'm not saying they give the actual communion, but there was food involved, and they were happy to share it.
Oh,
it's been a while.
I'm not Jewish. I've never
Jew as well.
You can become an actual Jew. No, they don't think of you the same way. No.
He's Woody's correct in this, is that you can become Jewish, but it's not like becoming Catholic. Like, you walk into a Catholic church and you're like, hey, can I be Catholic? And the priest is like, it's Friday, get out of here. Like, of course, sure, show up on Sunday. Like, you want to become Jewish, you have to go way more. Like, if you want to be Jewish, you have to, like, put in time and be like,
even when you put in the time, you're almost halfway in the club.
Let's be an Orthodox.
I feel like this is being overlooked. Like,
Oh, yep. I live here. All the stores,
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now or continue fighting? Keep fighting. Another opportunity to extract will appear soon. Extraction is ready. Unless you can handle more of the enemy. Very impressive, Tenno. You held them all back. Time to get out of here.